Good afternoon. Welcome to our Institute of Global Professional Free webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end, my lovely audience. Today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Badhangar. I am from Bangladesh. Dear audience, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our Institute of Global Professional Free webinar. Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous afternoon. And it's my humble request and pleasure to all of you to stay with us till the end. Institute of Global Professionals serves student community resource providing holistic social work and education for creative competent generation. IGP is a leading on online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute provide social work with globally recognized. We organize our webinar training, offline online courses, but based and train speaker coaches from all over the world. Our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 1,111 webinars successfully. Dear participants, let's welcome our today's speaker. Our today's speaker name is Sir Dr. Raj Narayan Avasti. He is a senior officer and in charge Technological Translation Electronics Corporation of India Limited, and he is from India. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Ji, namaskar, good afternoon.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, first describe yourself and then you can start your presentation.
Okay, I'm very thankful to IGP for inviting me again for this prestigious platform. I'm Dr. Rajna Avasthi. I'm in charge of technological translation from Electronics Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad, every premier public sector undertaking. My main role is, as you know, that today my topic is administrative vigilance and control. In this area, I have over 35 years of experience, and today I will be sharing my knowledge that what are the important aspects of the administrative control and how to use them. So, in a very elaborated way, I will be going on my PPT slides. I'm also very thankful to our esteemed viewers, those who have spared their time to listen me. Again, once again, I'm very thankful to IGP and will go ahead. All the best. Thank you. So, as you know, that today my topic will be administrative vigilance and control. So, what is administrative vigilance? If you see in a very broad range, that prevention of extravagance and wastage of is one of the most potent means of office cost saving. You see, whenever we are working in any office, we should always see that the resources and facilities which have been given by our organization, which have been given by society or by our own government, it should be used in a very effective manner. It should be in a very effective and efficient manner also. There should not be any wastage of any office items. And this can no doubt be achieved through careful budgeting and budgetary control. Today I will be also talking that what is budgeting and what is budgetary control. So whenever we are making any item, whenever we are any purchasing any things, that budgeting should be very good, and same way budgeting control should be also very good. So whenever we are, suppose a new financial year is coming from the 1st April to 31st March in my country. So what we do in my office, we make a budget before 2 months, and we see that what is our budget, what are the in future, what are the requirements, what are the programs we have to do, what are the trainings we have to impart, what are the items we have to purchase. This everything. Since budgeting should be in two way. One should be financial budget and one should be in item budget. In financial budget, the things will come like what are the programs we have to conduct and what are the training activities we have to conduct. These all things comes in financial budget. But where items budget, what are the extra items we have to purchase, whether any computer, laptop, printer, anything. But one more thing here, budgeting doesn't stop. We have to do the budgeting control also. Whatever item we have purchased, whatever items we have purchased last year, we should see whether very economical way we are using those items or not. Is there any control was there? Suppose any lakhs rupee, 1 lakh rupee budget we have been allotted by our head office. So we should see that how much amount is left, and when it is left, what is the reason. Normally we see in office that we always see that this budget should be left. But no, suppose some budget has come to you, it has come in a very thorough screening, and we should see that how we can use this budget item for betterment of our office. Suppose some financial budget has been left out in any year, we should introspect and we should see that whether this budget, financial budget, can be used in our office for any betterment. So same way, but it also requires continuous administrative vigilance and management control. Here one very important thing is there, as an in charge in office, who are working, they should have their own system of vigilance and managerial control. We should, though we should believe on some, we should delegate this process, but as an in charge, it is our duty that we should proper do vigilance and managerial control. So whenever our subordinates gives a budget proposal, what we do in my office, we see that okay, whatever the budget has been allotted last year, give me a comparative study, and what budget has been utilized, if utilized for what purpose, and if it is not utilized, that is also very serious issue, and that also comes in the administrative vigilance, that why this budget has not been utilized. Is there any problem was there to conduct any program? So here, if a budget is lapsed, then also there is no problem. But in the same way, if budget is left, that we should have very vigilance angle and we should see that what are the reasons this budget has been left. So whatever budget the government is allotting and your head office is allotting, it is our duty to complete the budget in most effective and efficient manner. In next slide, you will see that what are the administrative control for the budget. So for the administrative vigilance, what is important? Not only a final review of budget variances, but anticipation of possible sources of wastage and plugging them well in time. You see, whenever we are working in any administration, so what we should see that whenever this budget is in front of us, we should have a very thorough study of previous 2 3 years budget programs, that whatever the programs we have conducted, what was the expenditure, what are the possible expenditure where we can cut the optimize the expenditure, what are the possible resources where we can have the extra budget. Sometimes, normally in office, what happens, we carry on the same budget, but as per the new technologies, as per the new systems, sometimes budget may increase also. But always we should see, whenever we are working, we should see budget in two ways. One is from financial angle and one is from administrative angle. So most of the our procedures, most of the hours process, we should depend upon the in-house facilities and the possible sources of wastage and plugging them well in time. This is very, very important. That what are the possible sources of wastage? Suppose 1 lakh rupee budget is there for training purpose, and we have seen the last year the budget has gone 10,000 above. No problem. Budget can go 10,000 above. There is no problem. Once we are conducting any training program, it can go. But we should see that what is the reason this budget has gone above 10,000 rupees. This is very, very important. No problem. If it has gone and if it is a meticulous, we should accept. But if there is any chances of anything is there, we should plug them well in time. Plugging them well in time means whenever there is any problem, we should remove this administrative control and we should see that there should not be any extra expenditure on any budget. Second thing, in office atmosphere, wastage of time, money, or effort may be quite conscious, but they are not taken care of either because of indifference or may be due to ignorance. In office atmosphere, mostly we see the wastage of money or effort. But as an administrative in charge, we must see whether it's a hospital administration, whether it's a college administration, or whether it's any public sector or any government banking sector, anything is there. Wastage of time is very, very important. Normally, what we see, the vigilance angle is only money. But no, if something is not being carried out and some project has not been completed within a time, it also shows that our office staff was not vigilant to complete the program in time. So this is also very important. There should not be any wastage of time. Same way, money also. But for that money, what you should do, whenever anything is there, as an in charge, we must maintain our own logbook that whatever fund is there. So suppose we have been allotted for any training program 1 lakh rupee. So there we should subdelegate and we should see that this 1 lakh rupee will be spent on what processes, how much money we have to give to faculty, how much money we have to give to refreshment, lunch, how much money we have to give to stationery, how much money we have to give to hire the room for training purpose. These all things are there where we should see the administrative control. Here, one more important thing is there, as my experience says, that whenever amount comes in your hand, that time, as a vigilant in charge, what we should do, that we should maintain a diary where we should have the cumulative expenditure and at the same time how much money left in our hand. But because for budget, one thing is very important. Whatever has been spent, it cannot come back. Spent is spent. But how much money left in hand is very, very important. So we should always have a flow chart. So in administrative control, we should have a flow chart. Flow chart means suppose we are doing any program. So what are the steps and what are the stages where we have to spend money? And effort may be quite conscious. Here, one thing is very important that we should not be only conscious, it should be quite conscious. But they are not taken care of either because of indifferences or maybe due to ignorance. Because of ignorance, because of indifferences, we are not care of neither time, money, or effort. But in present scenario, where the men, machine, material, time, money, efforts are very important for the development of any society, for the development of any organization or country. We should be very cautious and there should not be any ignorance to take care of. Even a minute thing, a very, very minute things of a 1 rupee, if we save, we can do a lot of administrative control. So this is very important things. Next thing is there that control of stationery. So whenever we are working in office, our maximum focus should be on control of stationery because maximum expenditure is done on the stationery point of view. So for this, there are few important points are there, and we must always see that use both sides of paper for corresponding extending beyond one page. Suppose we want to do correspondence to any organization. Always we should see that both sides of the white paper should be used for correspondence and extending beyond one page. There should not be any hesitation, and we should always see that backside paper should not be left out. Because if one side paper is left, there is no use of that paper, and that paper can be used for any other purpose. Use back of letter being answered. So whenever you are answering any question, when you are answering any letter, that time what we should do, that backside of letter, suppose we have received a letter of one page and we want to answer and we want to have a copy of that letter. For that purpose, back of letter should be used. For that there will be two advantages will be there. Suppose a answer and letter received from other organization is in the same page. What will happen? It's very easy to recognize that what answer we have given is for what letter. And for letter also, it will be very easy that this letter has been answered on this page. So in both the way, for the office easiness of office also, and for the administrative control of the stationery also, it will be very useful. In my office, what we do, that we always encourage our subordinates to use both sides of paper. Your file will not be bulky. You can handle the situations. One more very important thing is there. Suppose any letter is of 4 pages are there, and you are having the material in both sides of the pages. That time, easily you can see that what is in second page and what is in third page. You can compare very easily, because sometimes you have to take the decision and you have to see the pages, that whatever we are answering, it should be very relevant. So there we can see both the pages at a time. This is my personal experience, that if you are using both sides of paper, it is very difficult, it is very easy to answer, and it's very easy to see the what decision we have to take, because a two paper material is in front of my eyes. So every time we need not to turn the page up and down. This is very, very important, and this is my personal experience, that both sides of paper should be used for corresponding, extending beyond one page. Eliminate extra file copies for correspondence. Normally in office, what we see, that suppose a letter is there, we make extra file copies. This should be avoided. There should be only one file, one extra file. Means one letter has been filed in the file, and there should not be extra file. Yes, sometimes suppose any report is there. One thing is there, suppose every 6 months you have to send one report or you have to send one correspondence. For that you can make one rough working letter. Suppose this is the, now you see this December 2022 is over, and you have to send a report, any report as on 31st December 2022. So previous report you have sent on 31st September 2022. Now this after 3 months again you have to send a report. So you can make one extra copy and you should write there that working copy. So it will be easy for you. Everything you need not to copy, and you can do your reporting in a very better way. But it is only on exceptional cases. If any reply is there, there should be only one letter, and that should be filed for correspondence. Next is put in one envelope all the mails for the same destination. This is very, very important for the control of stationery. Suppose you are sending a letter to your head office, you are sending letter to your controlling office, you are sending letter to your ministry. And your office is a very big organization or a small organization. It doesn't affect. So suppose 50 letter has to go from any one organization to your ministry, and all the 50 letters we are using 50 envelopes. So there is definitely now 50 envelopes are going to one place. So it is a cost to stationery also, it is cost to man hour also, and for the postal department also, it will be a burden indirectly. So what we should do, and what we do in my office, that whenever any we know, suppose a letter is going to our head office, letter is going to our ministry or our controlling office, we have separate boxes, and all the letters will be put in the same box. Now 50 letter has come for my, suppose 50 letter has go to my head office. So what I will do, that all the 50 letters will be taken in a one single envelope, and it will be forwarded to head office. This is very, very important. A lot of expenditure is being incurred only on the postage issues. So whenever we are sending any letter, that time we should see then, and we should be very vigilant, and one man should be made accountable that for one destination from one organization, only one bag will be going. It will be very easy for sending office also. It is very easy for that office also which is receiving the letter from your office. One more thing is there, that reuse file folders by reversing and relabeling. Suppose one file folder is there, and now that file folder is there, there is no use of that file folder. So what we should do? We should do reverse the file and relabeling. Reversing the file means, relabeling means, now we have seen that it is the any head office report. So that time, now head office report work is over. Now head office report work is over. So that time we should see that head office report should be file should be used for second purpose, and we can stick after when it is over, we should see that any new label is there, and new label is to be pasted on that file, and we can use this file second time. So this is very important, that reusing of file folders and reversing and labeling, because it is very necessary for office use, that suppose we are using any again new file, so there is no use of using each and every file new file. We can just reverse it and relabel. So if you use all these things, again I will summarize my topic, that using both sides of paper, using back of letter, eliminate extra file copies of correspondence, using of minimum envelopes, and reusing of file folders, and reversing and labeling, we will we will doing a lot of justice with our office procedures. In the same way, we will be controlling the stationery. This is the major issue. As I am working in my office, I have seen several organizations in previous department, and whenever I go, you will see that a lot of stationery is being wasted. We can see that one paper cost one tree. It is coming with a lot of efforts. So we should use minimum side of minimum this size of papers for any official purposes. Now, machine and equipment also plays very vital role because whenever we will be working in any organization, so definitely some machine and equipments will be there. To provide staggered working hours for departments using the same machine. Suppose any Xerox machine is there and some all the four sub offices has to take care of that Xerox machine. Now this Xerox means photocopying machine. So suppose everybody is coming at 11 o'clock and making a line, it will be also heading towards administrative vigilance because there should not be any lapse of time and time should not be wasted for the petty things. So provide staggered working hours. We can say, okay, for the Xeroxing purchase, purchase department from 10 to 11, HR department 11 to 12, accounts department 12 to 1300 hours. So like that, we can give staggered working hours of department. For that, there will be two things will be there. The man who is taking Xerox, he can do in a very proficient manner because there won't be any rush or hashing. Same way, there won't be any line and everybody will be knowing that my time slot is, suppose somebody says, okay, my time slot is from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. He will complete his or her work and will be going and have a easily from 2 to 3 p.m. he or she can finish her work on any system or any internet or any Xerox machine. So this is the duty of administrator, that they should provide a staggered working hours. They should plan that what are the departments for whom the working on this machine is very, very important. So we can see the necessity also, we can see the importance of work also, and based on that, we can hand over, we can see the machine and equipment. Provide multiple shifts to secure fullest utilization of machines and equipment. Suppose somebody is working in a technical office. Normally, gentlemen, what we see when we take the office, we always come across a HR office or accounts office. But no, there may be some technical office, production office. Then how they should do the administrative vigilance? Their thing is different. Now, suppose there are 10 workers who are working on milling machine. So, and we are having milling machine only 5. So for that purpose, what we should do, that we should make a shift, multiple shift. Okay, 4 person will come in morning shift, 4 person will come in afternoon shift, and 2 person will come in night shift. Because suppose 5 machines are there, we can have one machine extra for the any special work because there should not be any work should not be stopped. So providing a multiple shift is very, very important. One more thing is there. Normally, this is my experience working on technical organizations, that this shift should be changed very frequently. Normally, people accustomed to suppose night shift. No, if they are daily they are coming night shift, tell them that tomorrow you have to come to morning shift. So they will have a change in their attitude, they will have change there in proficiency, and there will be each and everybody will get chance to work on different shifts. Because if somebody is not comfortable in a particular shift, remember our production will be losing our production. Though no way, we have to take the priority, we have to take the benefit, and we should help the our workers, those are working on machines. But always we should see that we should tell also that working on shift is not your right. It can be changed as per the office procedure and as per the requirements of office. All the machines should be standard operating procedure and that should be known by all the machine operators. So you see, all the machines should have SOP. SOP means standing operating procedure, and it should be hanged in a machine. Suppose any worker is going, suppose I will take the example of any machine, even a Xerox machine is there. So first you will upper part you will open. You will put your paper. Paper will come from where at a time minimum 100 Xerox should be there. Machine should be kept for cooling for 10 minutes. If these all things are there, all procedures will be laid down. Definitely, the life of machine will be enhanced. Machines should not, it should not work only just like a machine. There must be rest for machine, and especially for cooling purpose and all. We must give a proper standard operating procedure, and that should be known by all the machine operators. All the machine operators must know the SOP. So this SOP should be in their personal file also, whatever they are keeping in their working area, and it should be pasted in wall, near the machine, everywhere. So it should become a practice, and whenever they will see, worker will see each and everything pasted on the machines, so they will be very happy, and they can work in a very better way. Now, use of service facilities. You see, there are two things. One is use of machine and one is use of service facilities. So designate person with a responsibility for extinguishing light and putting off fans. This is very small thing, and I need not to say that a very less cost, we are thinking that a very less cost is being accomplished in light and fans. But gentlemen, if you make a compare, if you make a comparative statement, you will see a lot of money is being spent only on lights and fans which are not in use. So you should make one person responsible. And for that purpose, suppose we are leaving any office. So where the switchboard is we should paste that before leaving the office, please ensure all fans and lights are switched off. So it will be their moral duty, and they should be morally injected this thing, that there should not be any extra light or fan. No doubt, when we are working, we should have a very comfortable sitting, we should have a very comfortable atmosphere. But when we are not there, suppose we are going for lunchtime, we are going for our dinner, we are going for any off time, so that time this office lights and fans should be put off. You will see, if you make a comparative statement and if you make the daily meter reading from today onwards, you will see a lot of difference will come. So in office we should use the light and fan as we are using in our personal home. So this is very, very important. The use of service facilities. If we are using service facilities in the most efficient manner, in a most prompt manner, definitely there won't be any problem for any official work. Educate employee to use light and fan in most economical way. So we should use LED lights. We should see, suppose somebody is working on milling machine. So suppose any our work is over, immediately that light should be switched off, that fan should be switched off. Maximum our production cost, you will see that if we use the fan, light in a most economical way, our production cost will also reduce, and we can sell our product in a very proper way. What happens? Suppose our production cost is 20 rupee and our competitor in market it is paying 18 rupee. If you analyze why our cost is 20 rupee, because our indirect cost was more. That gentleman has produced the product in a very most effective and efficient manner, whereas we had used a lot of light and fans. That's why our cost has gone up. So this is very important. Whenever you are using anything, any material, we should use in a most effective and efficient manner. Here, two things are there which have come in my presentation in a most effective and efficient manner. Now, as a section in charge, suppose some of my audience are from technical field, they are working on as an administrator. So we should know as an in charge what is difference between effectiveness and efficiency. Suppose we are going to make a such an item in 4 hours, we have to make the four products. Okay, in 4 hours we have make the four products. There is no problem. So man is very effective because he has completed and all the four products in a 4 hour. But in one product, few things are have been not been cleared by quality control office. So one product is somewhat rejected or it has to go for rework. So here my worker is not efficient. So effectiveness is something else, efficiency is something else. In office procedure, worker or any officer, here workers means those who are working, whether they are in any capacity, they should work in a very most effective and efficient manner. Get a daily record of electrical meter reading for a purpose of comparison. As I was telling, that for please that have a daily record of electrical meter reading and purpose of comparison. From today onwards, it is 2nd January, you can say that daily I will have a daily record of electrical meter reading and we will see that in 1 month how much electricity we have consumed. You can see also, suppose today and tomorrow there is a meter reading difference is more than 10, then we should see that what is the reason how this meter reading has gone up, whether there was any overtime production, whether there was any overtime office work, what is the reason. So we can see and if we analyze, so there we can see that there was something was there and our meter reading says that somewhere we have used the fan light in a extra way. So this comparison will help us a lot. Put a definite restriction on use of telephone for personal calls. This is very important that telephone should be used in a very restricted way. In most of the offices, these are being logged. This helps in a two way. It reduces the time and the subordinates and the office staff, they can work in a very better way. So these are the very important things. Again, I will summarize the use of service facilities, that extinguishing of light and putting of fans, use of light and fans in the most economical way, electric meter and reading must be in comparison, and use of office phone for personal call should be restricted at any case. So we'll see, if you see all the 4 points, we can reduce our service facilities. Here nowhere it has been said that we should not use light and fans. If you are not working in a proper light, it will affect our eyes. If you are not working on proper air fans, we cannot work in the most effective way. We must use, but in a most effective manner. Now, use of working time. This is one of the most important things, and where we should focus that how to use, not only how to use, I will say rather how to make a best use of working time. You see, working time is a limited. It may be for any country from 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours, anything is there. So consolidate all the operations and schedule the work so as to eliminate ideal time. So suppose you are administrative in charge and you are delegating any work to any subordinates. So, what I do and what is my experience says, I always delegate my work to my subordinates with workbook. And whenever you give any work to any subordinates, you must there write the working time. This working time is very important. Suppose any work is there for 1 hour, so you should write there working time WT 60 minutes. It doesn't mean that you give any work and he will complete today or whenever he or she wishes, she will complete the work. Scheduling of the work is very, very important, and eliminating ideal time, there is no way. We must eliminate the ideal time. You see, suppose you have given any work to any subordinate for 1 hour, no problem. For one day, they can take 1.5 hours. But there should not be any ideal time for any other extra work. It should be taken in the most effective and efficient manner. So whenever I take a meeting and whenever I do the review of my subordinates, that time there must be one column of their workbook OD. OD means oldest date. What is the oldest date of letter? What is the oldest date of job card you are having? There should not be any oldest date more than 3 or 4 days. If it is there, let us come to me. We will solve out, we will sit together. And with my experience, with your experience, we all will come in a proper conclusion that this work should be finished by what time. So there must be it must be there, each and every worker, each and every subordinate, each and every officer who is reporting to you should have work book. If he or she is going on leave, he or she must submit the workbook. What is the work pending with him or her? Okay, how much those are pending work, whether they are totally 100% unfinished or only few items have to be uploaded. So these things are very important. Normally what we see in office, we are not maintaining the workbook. If we maintain the workbook globally, you can see any country, any organization, we can do a lot because nobody is accountable. This is one of the most dangerous thing in our society, that we allot the work to people without any accountability. Each and every work must be accountable, that whatever work has been given, it should be completed well in time. And whenever any workbook is there, there must be OD. OD means not official duty, it's a oldest date. Whatever letter you are having, what is the oldest date and why it is not finished? What are the reasons are there? Whether you are having any problem to finish that letter? This is very important. Second thing, insist on proper justification of overtime work. You see, if any subordinate you make him to her sit beyond office hours, it's not good. Office hours means office hours, and in globally I have seen in my experience, and in my country also I have seen with my experience that working hour is enough. If we work properly, if we work in a very proper way, if we follow the SOP, standard operating procedure, we can finish our work within the specified time. So where the overtime facility is there, it should not be just given overtime facility to avail extra leave or extra monetary benefit. It must be justified that what is the reason this work has not been completed within the stipulated time. These are the basic things are there I have seen because I have worked in a production side also, I have worked in a official side also, I have worked in small offices and very big command control offices. I have seen this overtime work is very, very dangerous for anything, because once worker comes to know that I am authorized for overtime work, he or she won't finish work in time. This is very, very important. And as an administrative vigilance, we must take care that work should be finished in time. For any outside office work, prior permission to be taken. Whenever any office work is there, which has to be completed outside. So for their prior permission should be there, and we should see that whenever he or she or anybody goes for outside for any office work, there should be minimum he or she should complete her work in time, because when they go to outside, we cannot call them back, and our office work should not be affected. This is very, very important. Next thing, punctual employees should be appreciated and recognized. If any employee is punctual, here punctuality, there are two things. Punctuality, normally we see in office procedure, what is laid down, if somebody comes in time, goes in time, he or she is a punctual employee. But no, as per my point of view, this coming going, it is her duty, his duty. He has to come in time, he has to go also in time. As an in charge, this is my duty that my employees, my subordinates should leave the office in time. They are not supposed to. Legally, they are not supposed to stay beyond office hours. But punctual employee means whatever items he has been given to him or her, whatever responsibilities has been given to him or her, they should complete in time. That is the real sense of punctuality. If they come in time, goes in time, and nothing do in office, this is not the definition of a punctual employee. Punctuality means whatever task has been given, it should be finished in time. That's why it is not a right time. It has been word is pronunciated as a punctual punctuality, and it must be appreciated. Same way, suppose somebody has finished the task in time, it must be appreciated and recognized also. It is not only one way. Suppose the subordinate finished the work, he or she must be appreciated. After all, they are also human being, and nobody uh, disgrace the appreciation. Each and everybody, whether viewers are there, whether listeners are there, whether myself, whether my boss, everything at their own level, they want appreciation and recognition. This is a mental human values are there. Everybody likes appreciation and recognition. So they must be appreciated and they must be recognized. Not only recognized in terms of words, they should be given some off also, some time off also. They can be given some training program also. Suppose they have worked in a very good way, okay, they can be sent for training program so they can refresh. Here one more important thing is there, which I have mentioned here, that this to all these things are there. Administrative vigilance and control, training program is very important. With training program, suppose any employee go to training program to any other organization, they see that what are the good practices they are doing, whether they are doing better than me, my organization, whether we are doing better than them. So if you go in a very supportive way, if you go with a way you think that okay, if I go to that organization, I will try to learn something. So there they can learn in most effective and efficient manner. In my life, many things I learned from my own reading, many things I learned from my friends, many things I learned from my bosses, but most of the things I learned from other organizations, what good things they are doing. One more important thing is there, that whenever we go to any organization, so that also we should, administrative, we should be very vigilant. Why that organization is not doing very good, we should see that oh, these are the things we should also be aware in our organization, and these demerits should not come in our organization. So this is also very important. Not only scanning good things, scanning bad thing also is very important, that in our organization at least these things should not come, otherwise we will not be ahead comparing to other organizations. Last, best employees names should be communicated to all to encourage the other employees. Mostly what in administrative vigilance I have seen, people won't appreciate to their subordinates. But as per my point of view, I have been appreciated by my bosses in my previous organizations a lot. They have appreciated by taking them to in any big ceremonial parades, in ceremonial meetings. But in the same way, their name must be communicated to all. It should be in their intranet, it should be in their internet. Now a lot of social media platforms are there. So once employee see that whenever I enter my office, suppose in many banks I have seen, they do the pasting of photo of the best employee. So if anybody see that my photo has come a best employee, definitely he or she will try to come in a most punctual manner. It will help a lot. Suppose you give them any employee dare to come late, definitely they will come in time. So this is one of the best thing in administrative vigilance and control. There is no end of administrative vigilance and control. Whether we are working in any position, where we are in top position, wherever we are in bottom position, we must be vigilant. Even a small rupee, if you save in your organization, if your company, even if 1 minute you save in your production, gentlemen, it is going to be add in your production value, it is going to add in your human value, and it is going to add a value system. So if we are punctual, we are honest, we are integrated, and we are having a lot of passion towards our work, definitely we will keep our organization with a very, very high position. I'm very I'm very thankful to Institute of Global Professionals for giving me this opportunity. There is a lot of things which can be sent, and in our coming webinars, we will be going only on these all things. And thank you for your gracious presence once again for this new year. I thank to all, and I pray to Almighty that this year 2023 should bring a lot of laurels, a lot of passion, a lot of name and fame in your career. Thank you.
বাগান আপু জি আপু দেখেন বলেন যে বললাম কুইজ কিভাবে চালাবো
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we are very sorry for some internet issue. We disconnect. Sir, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you properly.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, thank you for your informative presentation. I hope everyone learned from your session. Sir, it's time for our question answer session. After a short video, we will start our question answer session.
Okay, thank you. I'm here.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Dear participant, if you have any question, please ask in our comment box. Our speaker sir is here to reply them. After a short video, we will start our question answer session. Welcome back again, sir. Welcome back, our participants. Sir, in the question answer session, our first question is from Flami. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Why is time management important in the workplace?
Okay, very thank you, Flami, for asking this question. Why time management is important in the workplace? You see, whether our workplace may be college, whether we are working on any production, two things are there. Suppose in our classroom is there, and a topic has been given for mathematics, and immediately after that, might any topic is for English. And as a teacher, if you don't have the time management, and we cannot complete our topics of mathematics, so some students will not able to answer in coming days very good, because immediately after that English class is there. But in workplace, here you say, as you workplace, I hope you are working in office. In office time, this time management is very important, because most of the things we have to answer, we have to file our returns. Because now you see, as I am working in my office, suppose we want to upload anything in the internet, so what we have to do, suppose our time management we are not following, we are not able to upload the reports of our office in time. And when time is over, that our slot will be over, and we will be not matching with other organizations. So in today's scenario, where each and everything is going to be digitized, whether each and everything has to be go online, time management plays a very, very vital role. And if you are maintaining the time management, we can reduce the cost of our product, we can reduce the cost of production, and we can be happy, and our organization will also be very happy. So time management is very, very important in workplace, for production wise also, and for emotional side also. If you have completed our work in time, emotionally we will be very feeling very happy. Thank you, Flami Ragul, for asking this question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So our next question is from Jordan Joy. Good day, sir. What are the preventive balance measure and activities?
Okay, Jordan, as you asked, what are the preventive vigilance measures and activities? You see, there are two things there. One is preventive vigilance and one is punitive vigilance. Preventive vigilance means before something happens, we should be ready that this thing should not happen. And punitive vigilance, after the something happen, we have to give the punishment. So in preventive vigilance, we should see, suppose I will talking about any production side is there. Suppose we are bringing any items from any organization, from any shop, and we are working on accounts department, vigilance department in office, and I am in the office head. So what we should see, that from the budget, suppose we have given to purchase any item of 10,000 rupee to my subordinates. So what I should do, I should tell them, you purchase these items, this should be the quality, and this should be the specifications. You should not compromise with quality or quantity or specification of product. And whenever you bring that product, it must be registered somewhere, it must be shown, and it must be registered in a register, stock register in our store where we are putting these items. These all things are known as preventive vigilance. Preventive vigilance means before something happening, administrative in charge should be ready to tell them that it will going to happen. So preventive vigilance is more important than punitive vigilance. It is very, very important. And what are the activities? Major activities is a tour and travels, purchase, overtime. Suppose if somebody is doing overtime, we should see as a preventive vigilance. I will say a very good example. Suppose as an administrative head, you are working in an office and somebody is reporting that this job has been completed in overtime. We should see there why this was not completed by general shift. What was the use of overtime? So if you are working in overtime, that employee will get a monetary benefit. So that cost will come to the production. So that's why this must be prevented before doing anything. Before something happen, we should be very alert. That is the preventive vigilance. Thank you, Jordan Joy.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Our next question is from Isha. Sir Narayan, how do you control external factors that can lead to time wastage? Example, unfavorable weather, transport, etc.
Yeah, very important question is there. Really, it's a very, very important question is there, and I'm sure that this answer needs a lot of emotional intelligence. That how do you control external factors that can lead to time wastage? Example, unfavorable weather, transport. There is no way. Suppose somebody has to join to office at 10 o'clock, and due to unfavorable weather, due to heavy rain, due to landslides, due to anything is there, due to transport, and he or she could not in time reach in time. So these are the external factors are there, and definitely it leads to time wastage. What I do, how I control it, all I left to that employee who report to my office for late hours. What I say to them, that you have come for 1 hour late due to unfavorable weather and transports. Okay, no doubt. Today you can go in time because the same situation is there. You have to reach your in time. But remember that 1 hour you have come late, and it is your moral duty that you have to follow the right procedure, and you have that whatever 1 hour you have to come late, one or another day within a week, you have to give extra time to production. So if you work in a very emotional way, if you work with your subordinates in a very polite way, definitely they will follow. But really, as Kiangwe, you have told me that it's external factors are very, very important, and it's a very easy to say in a PowerPoint presentation. But as a human tendency, as a human nature, we have to also sometimes we have to compromise this thing, because if he or she has come today late, definitely tomorrow she will compromise this thing. Thank you, very nice questions, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Sir, I think there is no more questions from our participants. So, sir, on behalf of IGP, thank you so much, sir. It has been very informative session for us, also for our participants. Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes,
Okay,
I can
sir.
hear you.
Sir, any last speech or word for our participants from your side?
Yeah, definitely. First, the last speech to you also, and a very wonderful thing that you have taken to me a very this a long journey of nearly 1.5 hours. I'm very thankful to IGP as a listener. More than this, all the most of the programs, I am as a listener on the backbenches. So I learned a lot from this IGP. But as a in charge, as a administrative in charge, I tell to my viewers that we should be very administratively very vigilant, and we should control to our subordinates. But at the same time, as I told in my PowerPoint presentation, that we must respect the dignity and we must respect the integrity of our subordinates. We must oblige them, because there may be some external factors. Human behavior is something else, machine behavior is something else. Machine will work from morning to night in the same speed, but human behavior cannot work from morning to night in the same speed. So, whenever we are working in any organization, we should have a very amicable relation, we should have a very cordial relation, and we should always see and we should always watch that a innocent subordinate should always be respected, and if somebody is not working, he must be warned immediately. This is my last wording, and also I'm very thankful to IGP for giving me this opportunity for this wonderful session. Many things can be told in this session. Many this feedbacks are there. Many case studies are there. I am very thankful to IGP. Thank you, IGP. All the best. Keep going ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your participation. Hope see you in the next session, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today, some of our technical problem, we cannot share our today's webinar code. We will provide the code in a short time. Thank you. Dear participant, we will going to start our quiz session after a few minutes. To join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2 and the code is IGP2. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Let's enjoy our quiz session. Dear participant, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2 and the code is IGP2. We will start our quiz session after 3 minutes. Already 35 people joined with us. Slido.com and the code is IGP2 and the code is IGP2. Please mention your friend to join our quiz session. To join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2. We will pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will directly print on certificate. Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificate. Already 41 people joined with us. We will start our quiz session after 1 minute. So mention your friend to join our quiz session. Dear participant, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2. And the code is IGP2. Already 44 people joined with us. Please mention your friend to join our quiz session. 44. To join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2. And the code is IGP2. Dear participants, let's start our quiz session. Our first question is Vigilance is decision making means that option 1 manager has completed all stage in decision making process. Option 2 customer realized increased value as result of the decision. Option 1 manager has completed all stage in decision making process. Option 2 customer realized increased value as result of the decision. Option 1 manager has completed all stage in decision making process is the right answer and 80% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Ian Carlo is holding the first position after completing our first question. Our second question is criminologists study the nature, extent, cause, and control of criminal behavior. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true is the right answer. 88% people are right here. The leaderboard. Kidana is holding the first position after completing our second question. Our third question is, who is not included in the administrative branch of the chain of command? Option 1, CJCS. Option 2, President. Who is not included in the administrative branch of the chain of command? Option 1, CJCS. Option 2, President. Option 1, CJCS is the right answer and 61% people are right here. The leaderboard, Kidwana is holding the first position after completing our third question. Our fourth question is, the contemporary criminal justice system is society's instrument of social control. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true is the right answer and 87% people are right here. The leaderboard, Kirgana is holding the first position after completing our fourth question. Our fifth question is, the field of criminology is not concerned with the control of criminal behavior, only its causes. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 2 false is the right answer and 87% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kidana is holding the first position after completing our fifth question. Our sixth question is, the Air Force and Space Force provide the nation with global and space violence, reach and power. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 2 false is the right answer. 13% people are right here. The leaderboard, Kidwana is holding the first position after completing our sixth question. Our seventh question is, why is it important to control and audit input and output values? Option 1, incorrect values can be evidence of fraud. Option 2, incorrect values can be the fault of the programmer. Option 1, incorrect values can be evidence of fraud is the right answer and 71% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Alex is holding the first position after completing our seventh question. Our eighth question is, during the past decade, the criminal control and equal justice representative have dominated in criminal justice in dispense. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true is the right answer and 78% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Alex is holding the first position after completing our eighth question. Our ninth question is, in the Old West, are members of violence committee or force called upon to capture cattle, thieves or other felons? Option 1, vigilance. Option 2, watchmen. Option 1, vigilance is the right answer and 67% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Alex is holding the first position after completing our ninth question. Our last and final question of this session. Majority of an officer time is spent mirror distributions, answering service calls and performing administrative tasks. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true is the right answer, and 75% people are right here. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. In the first position, we have Alex Alvarez. In the second position, we have Charis Isuaras. Third position, Julius I. Abzos. Fourth position, Viola Brechos. Fifth position, Celeste J. Bendico. Sixth position, Resign P. Tagong. Seventh position, Marlene Y. Baloran. In the eighth position, Tasi Raften. In the ninth position, Galanian Vorza. And in 10th position, Ian Carlo. We have all of your name which you entered during joining. We will pick your name and prepare certificate and will post them into our official Facebook page and group. Our official Facebook page is Institute of Global Professional. Dear participants, thank you everyone for your active participation. I hope everyone learned from our webinar. See you again in our next. Till that, stay happy. Once again, I am Badhundas from Bangladesh.